Hello and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News on this Monday, February 16th. I'm Grant Olson. Here's some of the stories we have coming up for you tonight. A Manson resident with a history of bank robberies pleaded guilty last week to robbing yet another financial institution. A handful of bills proposed by North Central Washington lawmakers are continuing toward a final vote in the Washington legislature. Cloudy and unseasonably cool with a chance for snow the next couple of days. Your full local weather forecast is coming up. A Wenatchee mother and her 9-year-old son were detained by Immigration and Customs Enforcement last week, and by this afternoon they'd been removed from the United States. Elsie Amaya Diaz and Cesar Amaya Diaz are both Salvadoran nationals. Family and supporters say Elsie and Cesar arrived at a scheduled immigration check-in Thursday at the Department of Homeland Security office, where they were taken into custody. Family members said they'd been unable to locate the two until this afternoon when they received a call from Elsie from outside the country. The family says both are believed to be in good health. Cesar is known to have been a student at John Newberry Elementary in Wenatchee, although the Wenatchee School District declined to confirm that today. Demonstrators, including people associated with the advocacy group Wenatchee for Immigrant Justice, protested their removal outside the Homeland Security office located in the lower floor of the former Wenatchee Federal Building. A Manson resident with a history of bank robberies pleaded guilty last week to robbing yet another financial institution. 43-year-old Cameron Len Gaunt held up the Kashmir Valley Bank branch on Maple Street back in September and made off with an estimated $2,400 from a teller. Another teller at People's Bank in East Wenatchee recognized Gaunt the next day in the bank lobby, and local police took him into custody. Gaunt was due to go to trial next month in U.S. District Court in Spokane. Instead, on Friday, he pleaded guilty to one count of bank robbery plus probation violations related to his previous federal convictions. Gaunt has already served about 15 years in prison for bank holdups committed in 2010 and 2018 and was just released last July. He's currently held in the Spokane County Jail and faces a possible prison term of up to 20 years when he's sentenced in May. Commissioners for the Grant County PUD could decide the fate of the Crescent Bar golf course as soon as tomorrow. The utility district loses an estimated $290,000 each year on the course located on the resort island in a bend of the Columbia River. PUD staff are reviewing proposals on preserving the course, redeveloping it, or doing away with it. Any of those three options would cost the district anywhere from $3 million to preserve the golf course as is to $28 million to add new amenities. The course's future remains unclear beyond the expiration of Grant PUD's license to operate Priest Rapids and Wanapum dams, which comes due 26 years from now. Young would-be surgeons suited up Saturday and started exploring in the Matters of the Heart event held at the Wenatchee Valley Museum and Cultural Center. Medical professionals from Confluence Health led an inspection and dissection laboratory to learn the anatomy and function of the heart using donated pig organs. The clinic has been going on for 9 years and is usually scheduled around Valentine's Day. Organizers say the interactive nature of the clinic helps students from around the valley gain a different perspective on health and the human body. When we come back, a Chelan County Public Works driver is being recognized for his role in helping an injured bald eagle get help. And a new story walk book focused on the winter season has been installed at the Jacobson Preserve. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Somewhere behind these doors is a family member, often alone, taking care of a loved one with Alzheimer's or some other disability, or providing care for a loved one who is not ill but only aging and no longer able to care for themselves. In the field of caregiving, this is the home front. For the home is where most Americans will live out their last days. Contact Aging and Adult Care of Central Washington for a variety of services, including caregiving, meals, and medication help.
Whether you're a new homeowner or looking to update, Save Mart in Wenatchee has everything you need. From top-of-the-line appliances to comfy mattresses and stunning furniture that fits your style, they have it all under one roof. With great deals and expert customer service, you'll find the perfect pieces for your space and your budget. Save Mart, your local destination for quality appliances, mattresses, and furniture at prices you'll love.
NCWLIFE Channel is your local TV station. We believe in being the spotlight and mirror to the communities we serve in North Central Washington. Programming on NCWLIFE would not be possible without our sponsors. Special thanks to our platinum sponsor, Alpine Air. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air.
Hey everyone, Fletcher and Amy Ellington here from Live It Up. In the investment world, ROI stands for Return on Investment. Well, how does better health, better wealth, and better relationships sound for ROI? Join us every week right here on NCWLIFE and learn how to invest in the most important asset, you.
We're going to answer your questions and provide some weekly inspiration so you can create a life that you love. Join us on Live It Up.
Your favorite local channel is now available for free on your smart TV and connected streaming devices. Watch live programming and catch up with the latest shows on demand. See the local stories that matter to you. NCWLIFE, now on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV.
A Chelan County Public Works driver is being recognized for his role in helping an injured bald eagle get help. On January 30th, Dylan Harn pulled over to remove a deer carcass from a roadway in Eniat when the injured eagle emerged from some nearby bushes. He and a neighbor who was also watching the eagle called U.S. Fish and Wildlife, but the agency was unable to immediately assist them. On February 1st, the neighbor called a private wildlife rescue company, and Harn assisted in the eagle's capture. The bird was transported to a rehabilitation facility in Pullman, where wildlife experts determined it may have been injured by fighting with vultures that were also feeding on the deer carcass. A handful of bills proposed by North Central Washington lawmakers are continuing toward a final vote in the Washington legislature. Among the bills that survived a February 4th cutoff are 12th District Senate Representative Brian Burnett's proposal to strengthen post-release supervision of defendants convicted of stalking. Burnett's measure, aimed at preventing repeat offenses, advanced out of the House with a unanimous vote and gets a hearing in the Senate on Wednesday. 7th District State Senator Shelley Short pushed a bill to exempt some small rural school districts from renewable energy requirements, while State Representative Hunter Abel proposed changing the way Port District employees pay into retirement systems. Those bills are up for floor votes or hearings later this month. A new story walk book focused on the winter season has been installed at the Jacobson Preserve. A story walk book is presented page by page along a trail, bike path, or in-store windows to promote reading and exercise. Hiking families can now enjoy Counting Winter by Nancy White Carlstrom, in which a number of different animals can be seen enjoying the snow. A different book called Days and Days by Ginger Fogelsong Guy was installed at the same trailhead in September and explores the 4 seasons in English and Spanish. The Jacobson Story Walk was created as a partnership between North Central Washington Libraries and the Chelan Douglas Land Trust. Coming up next in tonight's feature story, we will introduce you to the 2026 Apple Blossom Royal Court, selected this past weekend at the Royal Selection Pageant. Snow is still in the forecast through tomorrow and into Wednesday. I'll have your local weather details coming up, along with Dan Kuntz with a look at all things sports as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues after these messages.
Your favorite local channel is now available for free on your smart TV and connected streaming devices. Watch live programming and catch up with the latest shows on demand. See the local stories that matter to you. NCWLIFE, now on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV.
You build more than projects. You build what communities rely on. When the job site runs on results, put Kubota to work. Backed by expert service and support from your local Kubota dealer. Right now, bring home select Kubota KX Series with 0% financing available or save up to $4,800.
I'm Jen Mueller. Watch for my show, I Cook, You Measure on NCWLIFE. It's part cooking instruction, part entertainment, and all about connecting over food and wine with your favorite Northwest athletes.
Watch I Cook, You Measure with Jen Mueller Mondays at 1, Wednesdays at 2, Fridays at 11 a.m., and Saturday and Sundays at 10:30 p.m. right here on the NCWLIFE channel.
Queen Brielle Precht of East Wenatchee will preside over the 2026 Apple Blossom Festival. The high school senior leads the 107th Royal Court to be selected for the statewide festival, scheduled for April 23rd through May 2nd. She's joined by Princesses Kaylee Pearsons and Parver Avery. The three were announced Saturday at the annual selection pageant held at Numerica Performing Arts Center. This morning, they joined Dan Kuntz live in the NCWLIFE studios for Wake Up Wenatchee Valley.
The 107th Queen to reign over the Washington State Apple Blossom Festival and the winner of a $10,000 scholarship, Her Royal Highness, Queen Brielle Precht.
What was going through your mind? So, well, it's one of the seven of us.
I think for me, I ended up just being at the point, I think especially the last day, like the pageant day, that I was just like, if I win or don't win, I am good either way. And I was obviously so excited to win, but if I didn't win, I was going to be really happy for somebody else. And so I was nervous, and I just wanted to see like who would win. I wasn't necessarily too concerned, oh, I need to win. I just wanted to see who would win. So it was really cool, and I just remember looking around, and I didn't think it would be me at all. I remember there were a few other girls, just based on these two that got picked, I was like, okay, I think it's gonna be them. So I was really surprised when it was me. This is so surreal. I am shocked. Thank you. I want to start out, first of all, by thanking my mom. She has been my rock through this entire process, the one I go to if I'm ever doubting myself or whatever it may be. And she has truly supported me and been my biggest rock. I also want to give a big thanks to all of my family and my friends, and especially to the girls behind me, who have all been my support, who have listened to every wait, let me do my speech one more time, or whatever it may be. I'm so thankful, and most of all, I'm just so excited to help support this valley and to be the best person I can, and I'm so excited. Thank you. I think it's definitely still a little bit surreal. I just can't even believe it, like when I'm in my house and it's like, wow, I'm Apple Blossom Queen. It's just really crazy. And I think it's set in a little bit, but it's still very surreal to me.
You got two awards, right?
I did. I got the Community Involvement Award and the Achievement Award, which is really exciting.
Now, is that an additional $1,000 scholarship in addition to the $5,000 that you got for being a princess?
It is, yeah.
So you get $7,000.
I do.
Whoa,
Yeah.
Cool. During the post-game show, if you will, with Eric and Queen Julie, you said you were going to go home and go to bed. Didn't quite pan out that way, did it?
No, it did not. I did not get to go to bed right away. I called a couple people. I said I was going to call my aunt first, and I did. And then I made sure to answer messages because I didn't want to leave anybody hanging. And then I ended up going to bed at 12:30.
I think it was also 12:30. I was just up and like talking to people and responding to a lot of texts, and then I just rewatched the pageant I think like 3 times, and yeah, so it was probably about 12:30.
I went to bed a little bit earlier at 12. I tried to stay up because I was making my family watch Little House on the Prairie with me to celebrate, and then I fell asleep on the couch because I was so tired.
What are you looking forward to as royalty for the Apple Blossom Festival?
I think I'm mostly looking forward to just getting to know my community and meeting people and talking to kids and seeing their excited faces. And we experienced that actually at our brunch already, and it was really exciting.
Same question for your Royal Highness of the Apple Blossom sanctioned events. As royalty, what are you looking forward to the most?
I'm definitely most excited for the Grand Parade. That's been a big dream of mine, is to actually be in that. So I'm so excited. Just go through the Grand Parade, be able to take pictures with all the little kids. I think that's going to be my favorite part for sure.
Same question, your favorite part as royalty for the 107th Festival?
I'm really excited for the Youth Parade because it's on my birthday this year, and I was born on the Youth Parade, so it's really a full circle moment for me. And I know and work with a lot of kids in the Valley, so I'm sure that'll be really exciting.
Time now for a check of your North Central Washington weather forecast. Hope you had a fantastic Valentine's Day weekend and a great President's Day today. Many of you the day off today, but unfortunately it wasn't that great of weather day, but boy, we saw some snow finally this winter. It took us until February 16th to see measurable snowfall, and you can see it even as we take our camera up to Chelan outside our weather window this afternoon. This is our South Shore Tower camera. You can see still kind of socked in around the Chelan area with just some light snow flurries falling that way this afternoon. It'll taper off as we get into our evening hours. However, we do have more snow in the forecast as we get you into Tuesday. In fact, even moderate snow could fall in the mountains with lighter snow here in the valleys. I think if we see anything tomorrow, it'll be early on in the day tomorrow, and still not ruling it out as we get into Wednesday either. And we'll talk more about that as we make our way through the weathercast. But today, high temperatures. It was a cool one out there. Only 34 degrees unofficially. That's 8 degrees below where we should be for this time of year. Our normal is now at 42. How about this day back in 1977? 63, our record high temperature. We were at 30 this morning, a couple of degrees better than where we should be for a normal low at 28, and our record low 14 degrees, and that was set in 2021. We did pick up 0.11 of an inch of moisture out of that snowfall, and that now gives us almost 0.6 of an inch of precipitation since the first of the year, but we're still well over 0.8 behind where we should be for this time of year. We now have 2 inches of official snowfall here in the Wenatchee area after having a trace throughout most of the winter. Sunrise this morning, 7:04, and it's set this afternoon at 5:26. All right, taking a look at what we can expect getting into Tuesday. Temperatures will warm up back into the 40s for the Columbia Basin, Moses Lake and Ephrata at 41 degrees, 40 for Quincy, 38 in Wenatchee, also Eniat at 38, just a touch warmer for Chelan and Omak tomorrow at 39. Leavenworth, your high tomorrow, 36 degrees. As we take a look at tonight and what we can expect throughout the week, dual shot of low pressure on either side of Washington State right now, and that is a huge circulation around the western and even central U.S. and most of the rain shower activity we saw today and snow now into western Montana. As we get into Tuesday, there's that low pressure still just to the south of our state, and that'll still kick off some snow showers along the Cascades and probably will spill over into our area. A 30% chance of snow tomorrow. High temperatures in those upper 30s. For Wednesday, mostly cloudy skies. We will once again see that area of low pressure bring more moisture along the Cascades. I think it'll be a rain-snow mix for Wednesday. High temperatures in those mid to upper 30s, so temperatures definitely favoring snow as we make our way through the week. And then on Thursday, as this low pressure slides to the south, it will drag a little bit warmer air up into our area, but that won't happen on Thursday. We'll see morning snow with clouds in the afternoon, mid 30s on Thursday. For Friday, just cloudy skies. High pressure moves into the Great Basin area, but look at all of this cold air that's coming down from Canada on Friday. We will still be only into the mid 30s for high temperatures. And then as we get you into the upcoming weekend, low pressure, a new one moving in off the coast, really won't affect us that much on Saturday. Just bring us some clouds. High temperatures once again consistently into those mid 30s. By the time we get to Sunday, yeah, we're not going to luck out all weekend. A little bit of wind even in the forecast for Sunday. About a 60% chance for rain mixed with snow, mainly because we are going to warm up Sunday's high temperatures into the low 40s. Time now for your 7-day forecast, brought to you by Colonial Vista Senior Living in Wenatchee, where comfort, care, and community come together. 26 overnight tonight, so definitely snow weather. 38 for our high tomorrow with about a 30% chance of snow. We'll see that same chance on Wednesday, about 30%. 37 our high temperature. And then some morning snow giving way to mostly cloudy skies on Thursday. 35 the high. And then as we get you Friday, Saturday, mostly cloudy to cloudy skies. Temperatures still only in the mid 30s. And then we finally warm up a little bit on Sunday, but we do have a 60% chance for rain mixed with snow with a high then of 41 degrees. And that's a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Coming up next, Dan Kuntz with a look at the sports report and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
NCWLIFE Channel is your local TV station. We believe in being the spotlight and mirror to the communities we serve in North Central Washington. Programming on NCWLIFE would not be possible without our sponsors. Special thanks to our platinum sponsor, Alpine Air. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air.
Are you dealing with a pest or weed issue and you just don't know what to do?
We use the best pest control methods approved for areas with kids and pets.
Whether it's rats, mice, ants, or spiders,
or something else altogether.
We provide the coaching and solutions you're looking for.
And you can know that your dollars are supporting a local, family-owned and operated business.
Allow us to help you get back to living healthy and pest-free. Harvest Valley Pest Control.
kitchen that makes mouths water and jaws drop. A bedroom from a dream with a bath from a spa. A walk-in you'd never want to walk out of. A pool like the fountain of youth. And a view that never gets old. When buying or selling a home of the highest standards, it's comforting to be represented by a real estate company with standards to match. Coldwell Banker Global Luxury. Live well with Coldwell.
Happy President's Day, everybody, and for all of you presidents out there who might be watching this program, happy birthday. Let's go to the women's college basketball scoreboard because it's ladies first around here. Washington Huskies went out to a 15-1 lead yesterday against their rivals, the Oregon Ducks, and then the game got ugly. After that, it was a real slog. But the number 25 Huskies knocked off the Ducks 51-43. On Saturday, Loyola upsets Gonzaga, as you see there, and Weber State knocked off Eastern Washington in women's college basketball over the weekend. Men's college basketball, all the games were on Saturday. Huskies knocked off the Minnesota Golden Gophers, number 12 Gonzaga, 25 regular season wins again. They extend their already existing NCAA record by knocking off Santa Clara. Eastern defeated Weber State on Saturday afternoon. Everything else is high school, boys and girls basketball. And we'll start out with the girls. Now, for the Big Nine, they were the last league to still do regular season games over the weekend. They go into the playoffs starting tomorrow. On Friday, Davis proved why they were the number one team in the state. They beat the Panthers 72-7. Sunnyside beat Moses Lake 46-40. So Wenatchee had to play Moses Lake in a play-in game for the sixth and final spot in the district tournament, and they beat the Mavericks 37-34. So for Moses Lake, their season comes to an end. For the Wenatchee girls, they will play in a district play-in game on Tuesday. Girls 1A district tournament in the District 5 tournament. Kashmir got taken care of pretty good by Zilla. They rolled over the Lady Bulldogs 74-29. Cascade over Kai B 72-62. Natchez Valley eliminates Omak from the tournament 36-34. Even though Kashmir lost in the girls tournament, they are still alive for a shot at district. In the 2B District 5 tournament, again, we're talking about ladies from over the weekend. Okanagan knocked off Kittitas. The final there was 44-35. Brewster all over Mapton 76-27. Clay Elum knocked off Lake Roosevelt 81-62. In the girls 1B District 5 tournament, Waterville Mansfield beat Wilson Creek. The final there was 69-23. Pateris rolled over Moses Lake Christian. Not a misprint there, folks. 62-18. That's the ladies, and now for the boys. Over the weekend, again, the Big Nine wrapped up their regular season. The Davis Pirates completed the sweep at the Wenatchee Panthers. They beat Wenatchee on Friday night 58-37. Moses Lake took care of Sunnyside anyway, 72-64. That district tournament begins tomorrow. The 2A District 5 tournament for the Quincy Jackrabbits, their season came to an end. The Ellensburg Bulldogs eliminated Quincy. The final there was 62-53. On the other side of the bracket, Prosser over Othello. The final there was 91-65. The boys 1A District 5 tournament. Zilla is the number one team in the state, and they proved it by rolling over the Bulldogs 75-56. Royal beat Chelan 81-59. Connell ended Omak's season 80-40. Both Kashmir and Chelan will play games tomorrow to stay alive for a shot at state. In the 2B District 5 tournament on Friday, it was Warden over Tenasket. The final there was 72-68. Goldendale took care of Bridgeport 69-61. Tri-Cities Prep over Libertyville 54-48 at Wenatchee High School. Then Saturday, Okanagan and Kittitas did battle, and Okanagan came out on top. In the boys 1B District 5 tournament, Waterville Mansfield beat Garden City Academy on Friday. The final there was 48-40. It was Orville over Wilson Creek. And then we got games tonight. Waterville Mansfield and Moses Lake Christian will tip off at 6 o'clock. Orville and Antioch will do battle 1 hour earlier. And the Wenatchee Wild had a chance to do something they haven't done in a long time. Sweep 3 games over the weekend. They beat Kelowna at home on Friday 5-3. Then in Spokane, they beat the Chiefs 3-2. But yesterday at the Town Toyota Center, even though they were tied at 2 apiece going into the third period, Spokane scored 2 and the Wild scored none. The final there was 4-2. Austin Drawley will be joining me on tomorrow's edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley for Wenatchee Wild Hockey Talk. And those are just some of the games that people are playing.
And that will do it for this Monday edition of the NCWLIFE Evening News. Remember, if you see news happening, let us know. Email your news tips to news@ncwlife.com or just give us a call at 888-6295. Our channel is also available on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks so much for being with us, and have a great night.